Hey everyone, today we are gonna see some badass main characters who goes into rage mode when they see their loved ones get hurt. But before we start, be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications to never miss upcoming videos. In 10th place comes Hurtᴴᴰ Cerberus. The story is about a young boy who lost his parents due to an incident at a young age. Thankfully, he was saved by a swordsman named Hurtᴴᴰ. Under the latter's tutelage, he learned swordsmanship with the sole purpose of seeking revenge. Now a budding master himself, he sets out in search of Dagonzord, the dragon that killed his parents, in order to realize his long-awaited vengeance. If you like adventure anime with a touch of magic and fantasy, you can give this a try. In 9th place is Witchcraft Works. The story is about a normal boy, going to school as always, but then one day the school's most popular girl starts to interact with him. After getting to know her, he learns of her identity as a witch. She tells him about the special being inside of him, and starts to protect him from danger. The story is pretty simple in the beginning, but after a while it gets a little better, but it's not anything special. There are pretty cool fights sometimes, but they don't really go in depths with the story, so don't expect anything extraordinary. Rather watch this as a light-hearted rom-com type of anime that you will enjoy. In 8th place is Sacred 7. Alma Tandoji lives a lonely life. One day, Hurtᴴᴰ, a girl accompanied by her butler and maids, visits him. Knowing the power of Sacred 7 is latent within Alma, she asks him to lend her his powers. However, he refuses and drives her away since he injured many with his unusual strength in the past. Meanwhile, a fiendish dark stone creature suddenly appears in this peaceful town in the Kanto region. Only Alma's power of Sacred 7 can fight against it. But Alma just lets his power run amok and things begin to get worse. In 7th place is The Legend of the Legendary Heroes. The Legend of the Legendary Heroes is a fantasy tale of magic and war in a land inspired by Europe during the Middle Ages. It deals with feudal warfare, more or less. Its focus lies in a number of characters, each taking up a particular role in shaping the world that they reside in. The Roland Empire is the country brought into our attention. At its throne lies the striving Hurtᴏ, a king of quite a young age, but one that has decided to do everything within his power to change his kingdom for the good. We follow our main character Reiner, as he is dispatched by the king in search of relics that will help the kingdom. Overall, it was quite a good adventure fantasy anime to watch. In 6th place is UQ Holder. Toda is an ordinary boy raised in a small rural town. His mundane life suddenly changes when his mentor, Catherine McDowell, reveals herself to be a vampire. After saving Toda from a mortal wound, she causes him to become immortal as well. Now, he has to learn about his past and cope up with his newfound power of immortality. This is the continuation of the famous and old harem series Nejima. You can watch that as well if you want to know more about the past of this series. Overall, I enjoyed this series a lot. In 5th place is Plunderer. The story of Plunderer is set in a world named Alcia, where people's worth and social status are determined by their counts. Counts are numbers engraved on a person's body, representing any number related to their life. If a count reaches 0, the person is sent to the abyss, a place rumored to be worse than death. At first we follow Hina, who is traveling in search of the legendary aces, heroes of the war that existed 300 years ago, bearing a white star next to their count. From then on we follow our main character Licht, who is an ace, and we go forward as the story unravels, and we see the mysteries behind that world. In 4th place is Twin Star Exorcists. The story is set in a world where there are Magano, a parallel realm filled with monsters known as Kagure, a place where exorcists deal with all impurities. Binio Adashino is a prodigy exorcist who is recognized for her strength, and is summoned to Tokyo by the Exorcist Union. On her way, she plummets into the arms of Rokuro, a young exorcist with a troubled past. But the impurities of Magano do not rest. When these two exorcists witness a couple of children stolen by a kagure, Binio rushes to save them, dragging Rokuro along with her into Magano. Engaged in a fight she is on the verge of being defeated in, Binio is saved by Rokuro, revealing himself capable of being her rival in talent. In third place is The Rising of the Shield Hero. Most of us know about this one. It is one of the most popular isekai shows. The anime itself was pretty enjoyable to me, and as a isekai fan I have to say, this show wasn't generic. It shows many sides of our main character Naofumi as he gets betrayal, hate and love. Overall it wasn't a bad watch and most people will definitely enjoy it. If you haven't watched it yet, then make sure to watch this one. In second place is Mob Psycho 100. Our main character Mob is a 14-year-old kid attending a school with an average life. However, it's immediately obvious that he is special because of his psychic powers. Many events in the story causes his powers to go unstable, and Mob finds himself difficult to be normal. If you didn't know yet, this anime is from the same person who made One Punch Man. And you can practically say that by looking at the main character's eyes. He's basically the kid version of Saitama with hair. Overall it was a great anime to watch and I suggest everybody to give it a go. Next on the list is Seraph of the End. The story of Seraph of the End is set in an apocalyptic world where humans are constantly struggling and fighting against vampires. The anime follows our main character's search for retribution and revenge on the vampires because of his tragic past with them, and he fights and trains hoping to one day complete that. The overall anime was pretty decent with some good action, adventure, and comedy. Alright everyone, that's it for today's list. Be sure to subscribe for more if you haven't already and also let us know your thoughts on the video in the comments section, and give a like as it will help us bring more awesome videos in the future. Also you can join our Discord server to chat with other otakus like yourself. With that being said, see you next time.